Enjoy 6 days of red-hot deals when you visit OK Furniture's in-store or online to shop bedding, furniture, cellular, audiovisual, and home appliances. Remember, if you find any item cheaper at any other store, we'll beat it. Prices valid from the 28th of May to the 2nd of June 2024, while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Simone sitshona sivela ke kuba ke pre-season. So we enjoying the Euros at least. Copa America iqalile namhlanje, Argentina versus Canada. What else is happening? Chippa United got rid of 16 players, including Abu Amico, Memela. Trying to think which other players. Mahlatsi. Yeah, Mbenyane retired finally. Wow. It's Nyanyase club. Yeah. Mahlatsi. It was some decent players out here. Mayo. Khanye Tso. I don't know whether he's older or younger. Khanye Tso Mayo, who's the brother as well. Yes. And a lot of other players. I think Musele went back to Orlando Pirates. There was a lot of clean out at Chippa United. Who else got rid of people? A lot of teams got rid of people, actually. About TS Galaxy, Usanele Pans helped Richards Bay maintain status. Yeah. All of us, we don't like the playoffs, obviously. All of us, we don't agree with the playoffs, but that's not the fault of Richards Bay. That's a problem we have to direct to PSL. Sanele Pans, well done, helped Richards Bay, wavalelisa kahle njengendoda ukuthi ngiyabonga for all the time, and then he went to Stellenbosch and so on. So many things are happening as well. So we welcome you back. We haven't seen you in a very long time. Now, the biggest story, of course, in this transfer window is Nesreddine Nabi. Of course, it's like a was-kept secret. We've always known that this was happening in the background, and our journalists keep on reporting it. SABC Sport, iDiskiTimes, who else have I seen reporting accurately? Unplayable, Tiani Wagamabasa. So congratulations to all of those people. Far Post, all of these people keep on reporting dribs and drabs of information. So here's what we know. Nesreddine Nabi will be a Kaizer Chiefs coach. He just needs to play one more game in Morocco, if I'm not mistaken, but he will be soon a Kaizer Chiefs coach. Second, we know that he's been given a technical team, which is assistant, video analyst, and all of that. We'll see whether or not Chiefs will keep that promise, but for now, the information from all the journalists is that he will be given a technical team. The third thing that we know about Nesreddine Nabi is that in Tanzania he won trophies. He went to Morocco. I think Ushaye Uzenbauer, former Orlando Pirates coach, with Fadlu Rahman Davids, who's South African, they won the league unbeaten. So he was not far away from the. I don't care about the Moroccan domestic league, but I just read what I read, that I think he was number 2, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to know who is he in terms of whether he's an achiever or not, style of play, I don't know. We can't say anything about that because we haven't really seen, because we're not in Tanzania, we're not in Morocco, we are here in South Africa, so we don't know what kind of style of play. But at least the first step is to give him his own technical bench. So in this video, Junior Khanye and Tso Vilakazi will respond a bit to that, their thoughts about that. So thank you very much for joining us, as always, sir. Nabi, Kaizer Chiefs, his own technical team, is it a good step in the right direction?
Mr. Kiyokunjani?
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise wena, ngibulise Justice.
Just.
Ngibulise Junior, ngibulise nanemakhaya. Ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Ngizobe njobe njalo ngijike futhi. Yeah, Mr. Kiyo, you know, I always say we can't be young forever. Look at me, over 40 now. At some point I was 20, playing for Pirates, scoring goals. But now I'm a father.
You had a SKL
and a cutting, so you can't be young forever. So I believe that I think Chiefs now they had to grow and see football with a different eye. You know, it's not gonna work with an old rule, with an old tactics. You know, there's new tactics, manje, that are involved in the game. And so, as you see, coaches, most of coaches now, they start to have their own team to saying, even if I'm sleeping, I'm not gonna go to training, but Mr. Nkeo knows, Justice knows, Chuna knows what is it that needs to be done. And for me, I think that's the big change that Chiefs Abayenzayo, and they're moving to the right direction.
Yeah. Okay. You happy about Nabi? The difficult thing, and we did this with talking about Jose Rivero. We did this talking about Jose Zimbabwe. Every time we get these coaches from outside, Nabi is African, so that's a good thing, at least.
Yeah.
He's an African coach, which is a good thing, because there's an obsession with Europeans in this country. Yeah. So that's at least a good thing, that is an African person. We can't say much about who he is because we haven't seen them. Yeah. But do you think, based on at least the track record, Tanzania, League and Cup, and then they're top of the table, even though, of course, top 2 or top 3, you happy with the caliber of the coach?
Well, history wherever he goes, he's been doing very well. And you'll always think of, especially as the Chiefs, they had to go and do their research. They had to go and watch him. Because if you want a player, you want a coach, you need to go and look at, the coach, a team like Coach I, how do they play? Is he gonna give us something that we don't have, or is he gonna start something new in the team? What's happening with him? And with Nabi, I think it gives Chiefs enough time to see him because he was in Tanzania. And they started to talk about him when he was in Tanzania.
For sure.
So, they had time to go to Tanzania and then watch, his team in terms of how they play, where he is, how do they manage to win, how do they manage to be, number one or whatever the case may be. And now he moved from Tanzania to Morocco. Also, it gave them another time again to say, let's fly to Morocco. Let's go and watch him. That's.
Do you believe that that's what they've been doing, or they talking to? Because most likely, Bobby Mutawung is talking to an agent or whoever else who's being given the task of lay job. So usually that's Bobby Mutawung's job. Do you not think that that's just a conversation with an agent? What do you guys want? How much? I have this suspicion. Yes, Gyakulo and Yabaguti. Yes. I have this suspicion, Yoguti, it might just be that amounts. What do you want? What do you need? Availability. Because the minute from me journalists, because I'm experienced in media as well, the things that journalists were reporting were about the things that people would discuss over the phone. How many people do you want? Who do you want? Okay, you want a technical, an assistant, a second assistant. There's 2 assistants that we know for now. And we'll see, of course, when we see the official. And then there's video analysts and maybe the physiotherapist will be changed as well. Who knows? Do you genuinely believe in your hearts of hearts that there was an element of watching the framework of the actual football?
Mr. Geo, how our football has been run in South Africa, I don't think they went to Tanzania and watch him coaching in Tanzania and also in Morocco, because how they work, most of the teams in South Africa, is that they just make a call.
To the agent.
Kuganje, Baba, Stella 1, 2, 3, and then the agents brings that. That's why I'm saying the Chiefs, they had time. They had time, and I hope that what I'm saying, they did there to go to buy Tanzania and watch him. Banga rely on the agent to say,
agent will sell.
We all sell. I can sell my son in Sundowns and say, look, he's very good, he can do this and that, without even Sundowns seeing the boy. And then eventually by me talking to them, and then they agree with me in personal terms and all of that, then the boy signed. So it's I just want that, teams in South Africa, they need to learn to say, you need to go and watch. Go and it's very important to talk about something that you saw with your eyes. Oguti, I saw that coach in Tanzania. His team at some point was position 5. He managed that. This is the type of game that he likes. He plays this way, the philosophy, the structure of his team, and he managed that about number 1 and win the league. He went to Morocco. He did the very same thing, and you'll find that in Morocco they were up against a very strong team.
Raja Casablanca is very strong.
Yes, so those things, they help you to whatever decision that you take, we are 100% sure about it. So I hope here in South Africa, we just need to learn there to good tip. Whatever that you do or whatever decision you take, you need to be sure that you saw with your eyes, Oguti, this coach can do this.
Before I move on to Junior, you've been coached by a lot of coaches at Orlando Pirates, and now they had this obsession of European. Umdonenkai was a France. Somewhere, somehow, there's a language barrier. Unabi, hopefully, his English is not that bad as well. Do you think that that's going to be an issue at all? Uguti, of course, I'm North Africans. Pitso was able to be a Southern African, angakhuluma Arab, ahambe aye Al Ahly, and he won Champions League there. So it's not always the issue, but do you foresee it to be an issue?
No, I don't think so. And with Nabi, Nabi, I'm 100% sure that he knows how to speak English.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in Tanzania and Morocco. And I believe most of African coaches, they know how to speak English.
Well, he's not African, he's Tunisian, I think.
Yeah, Tunisian,
so
yes.
He's speaking Arabic primarily.
Yeah.
So English would be second or third language.
Yes. One thing is that I love about this game is that even if the language, you don't speak language, because I did experience that in Denmark. I mean, they speak Danish.
Yeah.
And, I can't understand Danish. But
you can
with
see the
football language, even when he speaks, coach lapayana unga understand the language less Danish less, but based on the football language you will get it, especially when we do practical things in the field of play. Now you understand okay, when you are saying blah 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 is Danish, you mean this because this is how we move.
So language will not be a problem.
I don't think it's going to be a problem.
All right, don't drop off. The video is not ending. We'll chat to Junior in a moment to hear his thoughts about Nesreddine Nabi. Okay, Sibulele Tso Vilakazi with his thoughts on Nesreddine Nabi. So, we understand he's going to be in charge of Kaizer Chiefs. He has his technical team. They've allowed him members of his own technical team. He's going to come to South Africa. That's the worst kept secret. Every journalist is reporting it, from our journalist, iDiskiTV Times, and every other journalist, SABC, Unplayable, Far Post, everyone now knows that as a fact. It's just a matter of Chiefs announcing it as well. So the question is really, is Nabi going to make a difference at Kaizer Chiefs? Is he ready for the pressure of Kaizer Chiefs? And what can we make of his track record as well? Junior, what do you think about it? I mean, I know that a lot of media companies have already spoken to you about Sokalatum, about Ban. They've already asked you about Nabi. Just tell us what you think about this appointment, Nabi, for Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, sir.
Justice. Ngibulisele ngonyethu Benedict Tso Vilakazi. Bafethu kunjani, keep on supporting iDiskiTV, fighting no one try to fix South African football. No, amazinyo wami ambi treatment angithi uyazi.
Sure.
So Friday last week bengiye nawo bawaklina futhi.
Ungawalwisi ndoda.
Abhlunga kanjani?
Usushaya ama reality TV show. Yeah. So you have to keep up with appearances.
No, mara ngithi mela clean abe clean.
Yeah.
So I know bawalungisa bawaklinile. Last week ngitholi able last Wednesday. Amele ukuthi ayo checkwa.
Sure.
So everything was sorted. Yeah, Nkuleko, I need to be honest.
We don't know much about Nabi. That we need to make that clear.
Yeah, ngifuna ukukhuluma iqiniso angimazi. Yabo. Engingamazi kanje mfethu ngibonile kancane when I hear ama rumor umchitha is done well for himself. Ngiyamnika benefit of the doubt. Kaizer Chiefs, yes, mhlambe babheke this thing ukuthi ama players, they don't know him. They will respect him as an international coach. He won't take prisoners. Mara, bring his own technical team about 6, ne?
Yeah. For now they're counting about 6.
It means that Asana's cut. You need to win things.
Yeah.
So you need to win things now. That's a problem. So it made a change about my Kaizer Chiefs, that's all. So,
but it's a step in the right direction. That leeway, because most of the time, if you check the last 5 coaches or 6 coaches, Beguno Muntu or in-house were Chiefs, so you couldn't bring your own staff. So it's a step. It's not completely overhauling the development and everything else, but it's a step. As former players are giving feedback, about Spider, Paloy, yourselves, all of these former players, they keep on saying, you need to give a coach the ability to bring his own staff and his own people, so that you gave him everything, isn't as long as a spy. So it's a step in the right direction. Not to go to, but I don't know anything about Nabi. But they gave him what he wants. Okay, you need this, okay, we're gonna give you. You need that, okay, we're gonna give you. We have the willingness to go to Sunday. I wish they can do that to Dance and every other black coach as well. In future. Every other black coach.
As mina, they did a great thing. Kaizer Chiefs mfethu mamela baspanile babonisile ukuthi imali bana abanayo problem. They pay nama analysis ngibonile. They show ukuthi imali bana. They've got money. They show ukuthi athini imali we've got. Yabo ba lose interest just ukudlala ebholini bayiluzile. And kwenzeka kahle ukuthi they lost ngoba bekuba ne hope every time you change your coach and the problem akusi coach nguleko mina ngiyamnika benefit of the doubt to Nabi. I don't know much of him, I can't lie. Though njengoba ngisho noma Chiefs yenze the great thing they've done so well ukuthi ba appoint him as ne technical team yakhe, but how much they spend is what determine nakama results.
Yeah, because it's not only it's a start technical team, but the quality of the players.
You need to
how many players can you sell? 10 ungakwazi ukuthengisa abakho abayi-10 uhlanganisa about 10 bangaphandle abayi-quality.
Because I can tell you Nabi, observing that team, I don't think uzodlala ngayo ngoba lama player lawa ngeke akuna coaching ngawo coacha idlale ngawo lawa iwine something. Yeah, you can put it discipline ubafaka under pressure, high quality mayengekho ayikho. So uzofuna ukushintsha so many players and maybe bring who knows international players. So mina kimi ngithi mina wake ngiphinde ngisho mina mletheni uPitso.
Pitso says, don't ask me and Chiefs. He said it with Lawrence. He works for us. iDiskiTV. He said it. Upitso, I think, because obviously he already heard ukuthi oh laba bakhuluma nalo and it's advanced stage. I just want to on that point, Kapito, so that we don't have to mention it enough times now. Uti again and the Chiefs. Ndiphumile kunde South African football. I've achieved everything. Ngibheke Arabu, ngibheke better achievements. Ngiba winile bonnet Bank Cup, abo MTN 8, League 5 or 6 times. I'm looking elsewhere now. I'm sure beguna I hope yokuthi if Chiefs wanted to talk to him at some point, kule 5 months, 6 months since Kevin Berai interim, maybe he would have entertained a conversation. Mara mababuza mhlambe budget. I won't blame Pitso. Pitso will have to say, mina per month, the team yam cost 3 million, and that's what they cost, for example. But uti manje, njengoba sikhuluma ngoNabi, uti don't talk to me and Chiefs. I'm looking at elsewhere now. I don't have to be associated with Chiefs. So Sheila will interview Lawrence Corner. He's our journalist. He works for us, right? In an interview, he says, "Don't talk to me about Chiefs." The Chiefs. It is I'm moving. Bigger and better things. There's nothing rewarding about winning in Nedbank Cup, the MTN, 3 matches, and all of that. I want to look to Saudi Arabia and other maybe Arab countries and other better opportunities. Maybe opportunity in Ogumuinisa 40 Champions League. So I think Upito maybe sometime in the future, but for now, I'm sure he's heard ukuthi laba sebakhuluma noNabi ngesikhathi bebakhuluma naye. At some point maybe they went to Nabi whilst they were talking to him. That's why as distance akundaba Chiefs.
Okay, listen to him kuMetro FM manje 3 days 4 days, yes. I remember Andile beyakhuluma naye manje. He said it with Chiefs can afford me. I know.
Yeah.
And what they did with Sundowns, Chiefs have got money. He said it. Bangang afford and they can give me a budget. Because me I need to clean up. We be straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well,
he did say to Lawrence, there's an article out in the interview video, Akuluma na Lawrence, I think it was at Pitso Musumane Schools, he said, because I think it's understandable and it's a good thing I answer Pitso because he's Mdala and his experience as a coach, and he deserves all the credit. He's the best coach from South Africa. Uguti, 2 minutes, ngiyakhuluma kuma interview ngibuza nga-Chiefs. 2 minutes, ngiyakhuluma kwenye interview ngibuza nga-Chiefs. At what point is it not the responsibility yalaba abangifunayo bazongilanda? I cost 3 million per month for me and the whole technical team. You pay that money, or 2 million, whatever amount it is. Yeah. You pay or you don't pay, it's up to you. But Magabo Anuguti, oh, these guys have just moved on. They're speaking to us. That's why he put that statement out. Lorenzo Guti. Chiefs. Not in a bad way, but Chiefs, they are deciding the direction. Don't every time when you talk to me as a journalist, Ningbuza and Chiefs, Chiefs. So I think Chiefs clearly have made the step towards Unabi. You have a very unique position. You, Nabo Spider, Nabo Dog, you have a unique position. You know Chiefs from inside. There's something that we cannot say about the Chiefs, Sonke Sabalandelu, and journalists and people in the media, which is Chiefs ukushisa kwayo ngaphakathi, which is Nabi is going to have to deal with pressure, that. Let's talk about that. Ukushisa kwe Chiefs ngaphakathi, pressure from the management, pressure from abantu abafuna ukuhleba ngawe ku management ngoba bafuna position yakho. There's so many different challenges that is going to have to deal with, and pressure from it's the biggest team in the country from outside and my fans as well. What kind of, just give us an idea ukuthi ingcindezi enjani azoyiface uNabi with Chiefs?
One, we should ususe wonke umuntu link ku technical team. You need to report ku Brakey. They gave him a budget already. Iyabonisa ukuthi okay, siyakunika letha labantozana nabo. So na imali. Kusho ukuthi kunjalo. Manje into ekumele ayenze uNabi makafika. Akana sikhathi eside. He need to win things. You need to bring a trophy. Ngoba mangakwenzi lokho. Mangadlula abekho kwe-MTN 8.
Yes, actually
they're not there. True. Once
it's a difficult thing to think about.
Yeah, once they can lose 1 or 2, 3 games. 4, 5. Kulega can tell you the truth. And meeting another trophy after MTN 8.
The first trophy after MTN 8 is culling.
One they lose. Going forward, bazomane pressure trophy lokugcina.
Which is Nedbank Cup is the last
trophy. There's Pirates. So Stellenbosch Port are very strong as well. Access was Sundowns, Pela, Pirates, Stellenbosch, yes.
And Cape Town sitting
strong
this season.
So
Double Domingo, sorry.
Yes, une pressure mfethu. I'm sorry. Nkuleko is got ulo uNabi mfethu noma ngabe manje akuze ukhuluma ngokufudumala ku West cause ku maintain nje lapha kusi cause lapha kunama legend lapha that they are behind.
Yeah, even you actually let me say this.
Legend
wait, just hold on. I just need to say this.
Yeah.
Uya coacher uphakamisa ufoni uyabona ukuthi Junior Khanye said Chiefs. This is actually the reality of coaching Chiefs. Yilento ubatha ukuyoyiface na bambuza ngezinto ezikhulunywa uwe namanye ama former players as well. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying mawuvuka Monday uyavuka ekseni bakushayile. You see someone sending you link or uyayibona futhi yangena ku Google ilink ukuthi ubanibani owayewumdlalo we Chiefs uthe ubanibani owayewumdlalo we Chiefs uDr Khumalo SABC imkote wathi. So this is the biggest team when uyawuza umoya the more bakushaya. Even on your phone you feel it ukuthi oh damn, like I can't even go to Facebook without seeing the people talking about this, and plus the fans as well.
Kuleo kunama legend ifana nabo Al-Ahli.
That's what I'm saying. Njengoba uPitso mabamshaya ku Al-Ahli, there was always a former player who was saying something.
Ukuthi we're not happy. We must go. So
that's a difficult environment.
Remember our deal no Brakey kuphela. Yabo. Kuzomsiza ukuthi awine nje afika. You understand? Asras izomsiza. Ngoba kunabazokutshela nge-style of play ukuthi ihlapa idlala yabo ihlapa ikho mnandi swinile but so uNabi uyodila nento eziningi kakhulu mfethu. I'm sorry ukusho so much it's effect former players ma journalist
ngomsombuluko Monday ngo6 ama show eka Andile and then said the FM Thabo Kofa.
The question
everyone is doing shows on Monday all over the country.
Uzo win game 1 ay2 bashaya izandla ahle game 1 a vital game ngena amakhola amaningi ukuthi what do you think of Nabi? Question ukuthi uzo react kanjani.
That's an incredible team. That's the biggest team.
And kuna player thandwa management phela Kaizer Chiefs. Those players that management they love them. Yabo so ngiyaxolisa mina ngizobeka straight inkuleko yawenza grand ngokubring i-technical team yakhe but kunama expectations. Ngiyabanika i-benefit of the doubt
because we can't know whether uzowamita or kanjani ngoba we don't know him.
Angithi ngeka yabona nje
ngaye. I can't know that.
I can't lie in fact. I'm not saying it's a bad choice or ngizomnika i-benefit of the doubt mara kunama expectations. He need to bring results now. Since bamnike yonke package. Ngoba ngiyasho nama ngeke adlale ngalama player lawo. And the more he bring his own players, he must bring trophies. Kuzokhala nang style of play. Consistent. Angikule kuzoba nzima for him.
Yeah, but it's something
also
that
there's a possibility ukuthi they do very well.
Yeah, they might be successful. I was about to say it's something that Chiefs had to do.
Otherwise,
anyway.
I wish him all the best.
Yeah, bekumele ukuthi baqashe coach. At the end of the day, they were going to have to employ a coach, whether they employ Nabi or Pitso or anyone.
Yeah.
It's an okusalayo ekugcineni bese khuluma ngo-coach or employee Chiefs. So at the end of the day, they were, because every club has to have a coach, and they've decided ngalo umqeqeshi ukuthi he's the one going forward. What's actually, I'm putting you in a different position now before I let you go. Do you think by the first 3 months we will see a storm? By the first 3 months, because kumele abalandeli banikezwe lento yokuthi umoya phansi, give him a chance, he's still building. But do you think we might see a storm njengoba sibonile ngabo Mlefinseki ngabo Athazwana ukuthi damn, it just took 1 or 2 months and it just ekwavele wavutha umlilo nje, like abo Solinas, you wanted to give him 3 years umqeqeshi because unikwe contract 3 years, mara within the first 3 months kwavele wavutha umlilo indlu yacha. So what do you think in the first 3 months will happen?
Yeah, eli kakhulu umbonile uPitso uluze bamgaya 3 months 3 years ku Sundowns. First ucishe wa relegator, second he won the league, he won the league again. So to build a team doesn't take 3 months,
for sure,
or 4 months. The
problem is that a disaster can also happen kule 3 months. You can't build a team, a winning team, but the worst thing can happen. Njengabonseki ukuthi mawuhlanganisa 6 losses in a row or uluza amagame awu 5 in 7 matches. A disaster can also happen in 3 months. If uhlakaniphile yena hlanganisa ama draws nama wins, if you lose, withdraws.
Yeah, and I need to mix a combination of winner or draws. But nguleko njengoba ngibuza ukuthi ngicabangani mina ukuthi kungenzakalani nga 3 months. Elomjito unomsebenzi omningi pre-season ukuhlanganisa combination, bring better players compared to those players. More or less 11 ecalayo, even a bench lakhe libe strong. Baningi abazohamba if it's fair, is honest, baningi abazohamba. Manje ngoba mina ngicabanga ukuthi Kaizer Chiefs they need a break, bekumele ba train abachita laba. Baba assess nje bonke. The coach supposed to say ningahambi. Outing inbona. So abiza ama analysis wakhe. Angathatha decision ayi1. Yeah, uye wahlanganipha ukuthi abringa ama analysis wakhe. You can tell umuntu ohlakaniphile ibhola lazi. Also bring a technical team yakhe ukuthi angathi makamtshela omunye yagijimela ku management. No. Ufuna abantu ezophelela labayambise bonke. Uyayibona ukuthi idea ibhola ikhona. Siyamnika le benefit of the doubt, but game high 3 months in line,
yeah, of course, it's not going to be tough in 3 months. I'm just saying, Agatandaze Uguti, in 3 months, he doesn't get 7 losses in a row. Because Lendo Skulumanga, my former players were Chiefs. You guys, all of you, about dog, a platform. Of course, you have the biggest platform. You are the most listened to former player Chiefs. Who platform. Either article on digital papers, on YouTube, Banok Phone Red, you are the most biggest one, the most powerful one. Not dog, now on a platform, SAPC, Andy Lono Gombiza Lapo, they analyze my game. And Banok Tatama clips work when they ask him about Chiefs. And then there's the Monday after a weekend. Whereby everyone is calling and all of that. He must just hope that in the first 3 months he doesn't lose over 50% of my game.
Yeah,
and Abiyela Lamasimba, like in terms of his style of play, unfortunately.
Yeah, ngikhuleka nzima ngoba ne pressure ama players wabiza ane pressure mfethu. Chiefs akusihla up nje mfethu. The latches dasinda ngikhuleka, I can tell you. The players that they're gonna bring kube nama expectations. Sharpie coach can bring them babone ba performa kuphi. Coming there. Hayi man ngani mfethu babonile abo Castro ngithi performance Sundowns come there. Chicken Dolly as well. One of the best bengimthanda kakhulu umfana. Came there angazi kwenza is the best talent for me ku Sundowns umchita makafika lapha, I don't know. And uKhigen ngimhlonipha kakhulu but ngingamangala what happened.
Khama Billiard as well.
We understand. So kunama expectations. Chiefs kunini igcina ubeka trophy phezulu kwetafula. Kunama expectation from those players and the coach ayizoba nzima. So yena yes we must pray ukuthi players talk to players as well. Bafana bakithi bangibizile ukulungisa le club. I'm going to coach you, ngicela ninginike back. We need to win things start now. So akuzoba nzima ngikuleka, I need to be honest, mina thandazo right. So mbeka nathi mfethu.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. One of the advantages sometimes when you are a big team is when you're not playing any continental competition. So no CAF Champions League, no Confederations Cup. More rebuilder, because every big team obviously has to play in those big competitions. But more rebuilder, when you're at the rock bottom, sometimes it helps to not be in those competitions, to play every midweek, or skip my game and the schedule. So Chiefs will not be in that. And also MTN 8, I'm sure they would have loved to be in there. So you have now one eye on the league for the first 2 months. One eye on the league for the first 2 months. That might be an advantage. We'll see whether or not they use it or lose it. I know with my team Chelsea, whenever we had disasters before and we're not in the Champions League or Europa League, actually when Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Man City are focusing on those other competitions. I know with Antonio Conte, we won the league because everyone was just focusing on those continental competitions, which are very important, of course. But Tina, we were playing a league throughout, and Antonio Conte came up with just a very functional formation to win matches, and he won it. Not because he was playing beautiful football, because he had so much time to rest and plan. He had one game per week and stuff like that. So that's somewhat of an advantage. We'll see whether or not they use it. iDiskiTV, iDiskiTimes, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching.